And then what do you do when you're closer to the face of the entrepreneur? That's the question, right, as you lean forward. I'm being partially facetious here, but,
Yeah,
but you have this entrepreneur who, there's a big mistake, right? I mean, for example, I mean, that's,
well,
something
it's usually
wrong
not a
has
mistake.
happened.
It's like
Something's
it's like,
gone wrong.
It's not going right yet, or we made a bad hire or whatever. John Hummer, I think first articulated this statement, and if you're a 6'10" NBA basketball player, you say this is scary. He said, we and the entrepreneur have to be comfortable standing naked in front of the mirror. And
right.
It really requires a lot of intellectual honesty to be both an investor and both an entrepreneur. It just does.
Yeah.
And it requires intellectual stamina.
Yeah.
There are some days every entrepreneur is fatigued, and even the investors are fatigued. You just kind of want to cruise. We don't get days to cruise.
Right.
We have to be on our game. Especially in new markets. We're only building companies. On an A round, we might see some product, but still, we're building a company on a set of assumptions. We don't have facts. In fact, it takes a long time to get facts. And knowing what those assumptions are, a small set of them, makes it easier. When my company was acquired, I was acquired by a company called University Computing Corporation, UCell, which became part of CA. And Greg Lima was the CEO running it. He was a relatively young guy. And he made me sit down and he said, what are the top 5 assumptions you have that are driving the strategy of your company, Open Systems? Because don't answer me today, come back tomorrow and tell me. I did. First board meeting, I had this big board presentation prepared. And he said, Ann, before you give your presentation, those 5 assumptions that you articulated, can you repeat them? Which I did. He goes, are they still true? And I said, yes, I believe they're true. And he goes, you're done with your presentation. Because I don't need to know anything more. So that was a very key learning for me early in my career, is there's a lot of stuff in the weeds you can talk about. And you kind of have to let entrepreneurs talk about them. Here's my 8th thing on the sales thing. But there are these assumptions about, is market readiness, assumptions about, how will the market value this, how should we price it, assumptions about who really are our competitors and partners are really what shape these companies. And then it really is, can you get the best talents? Can you get great leadership? Can the leadership team work extremely well together? And does every member of that leadership team really have the guts to stand naked in front of the mirror